So, us here, we live up north in Canada. So because of that, we obviously get ice and lots of snow on the roads. So in order to get rid of the ice and pack down snow, they put salt. Salt's great on steel. That's why usually I just bring it to a rust coating place, but we decided to buy like 4 or 5 cans of stuff. We'll see how far we get. So we'll do our own RustCheck. You can use used oil, but
you can use
this stuff's actually pretty cheap.
You can use these on bolts, cars, spades, and little thing. On snow blowers, on snowmobiles, and chains.
If you like the glasses we're wearing, they are the sponsor of this video. You can find their link in the video description. Yeah, you can. Don't do that. Like, stop.
Oh, sorry.
This video is brought to you by Sykes's. Now, they're not just fashion, they're everything else.
They're everything else other than that.
You can use them for under oiling.
Oh! Yeah, I know.
Driving golf carts.
Oh, I'm in Gangnam Style.
Whatever you want to do with them, you can do with them. And they're reasonably priced.
Oh, I'm excited, yo. Clout, yo.
Oh yeah, these are my style.
Oh, yeah! Oh, they're sexy. Oh, they what I think they are. Oh, they are here too. Oh!
They come with cleaning cloth. Yeah, you look like an old school scientist or something. Old Harry Potter kind of crap.
No, I'm actually not. Are these?
You actually don't look bad. Surprising. Okay, on to the video. So, this is original RustCheck, and this is RustCheck Coat and Protect. They're both RustCheck, so I don't know really what the difference is. This one might be thicker or something. I'm gonna take a guess. Anyways, I got 4 cans of this and 1 can of this. So I think I'm gonna use this stuff on the doors and stuff while the truck's on the ground, and then use this for everything underneath once we have it on the hoist. Anyways, for doors, so if you haven't had your vehicle RustCheck before, the first time you get it RustCheck, they drill holes in your door so that they can like put a probe, or I don't know what you call it, their gun in there, and they can spray all around inside your door because rust can start from the inside too. So if you don't have holes yet and you're doing this to your vehicle for the first time, you can just grab your 22 and you can blow holes in your door. So now we're gonna spray into the new hole. So each can comes with one of these, I think it's called a straw. So I guess that's for like getting smaller stuff, places you can't reach, but for the majority of the underneath, I don't think we're gonna be using this because we're gonna do more widespread.
And also remember, when you're doing so, yes, eye protection is key.
Oh, it just looks like really watery. Huh? It's really bubbling. It's like a chemical reaction. Anyways, just want to spray it. I don't think you can use too much. Holy. A little straw went inside my door.
If you don't end up using all this stuff, it's really not that big of an issue, because I hear it works good as like Pam, you know Pam, pretty much. You hear it actually doesn't give that much of a metallic taste on pancakes, so maybe we'll just use it for that if we don't end up using all of it.
Don't actually eat it. So what I'm doing here is you can already see where on this door, I sprayed it, so it's kind of harder to see. You can see it good here, where paint's already starting to come off, and there's almost like a surface rust starting already. So the bottom of doors, if you look at trucks, that's usually where it starts, and rockers. On these Fords though, which is actually kind of nice, the door goes over the rocker. So you kind of don't see if you have a bad rocker, so just take good care of your doors on a Ford. At least in this year. You can see there's some starting here too, so I get rid of the whole thing. There is a plug here, but I think when we're underneath, oh, it's totally closed off. So I guess we better get in there. Straw might be nice for this. So that's for the front two doors. We're gonna quick do the tailgate. Maybe spray a little bit in that fuel door, and then it's on the hoist. As you can see, this is like a dirt on a thick grease. So it's been under oiled before, probably only once in its life. That probably protected it from a lot of rust. Probably doing it again. So basically you want to spray anything that you're worried about getting rusty. Now mostly your body, because the body's thin metal. Things like on a 1 ton, you don't really have to worry about the frame rotting out. Unless you know you're in the salt business and you're driving in winter all the time. But if I got extra, it's going to be sprayed on some frame components, but I'm more worried about the body. That's usually what dies. Now onto the hoist.
So, okay, look. Look at that. What's that?
That's what I just did. That's under oil. Literally just. Okay. You don't want to go too high because then you can't reach up like into your frame rail on your bed.
Okay, so we're gonna start from the front. We're going to back and make sure our safety squints are engaged. Time to get to work.
So we're starting at the front. I know you said that, but I got safety. One of the main, not the main, well, parts that do rot out are your rad support, which is right here. So you want to make sure you get that good. And certain vehicles' front bumpers also get really rusty, so this one almost looks like it's not even the original front bumper. So don't have to worry about that. Yeah, whatever components that can rot out, you basically want to get. Can's empty. Nothing coming out.
Well, my work here is done. I'm gonna make some pancakes. See you guys later.
Okay, so the difference between this stuff and the other stuff, this stuff is red. So I was right when I said that green can is probably gonna be thicker, because it is. This is more watery. And this also smells really good. Not sure if it's
I smell that.
That's like the berries. It'll also make a messier floor. That stuff can all be replaced anyways when you have bad steering. So the Cummins engine is a natural undercoating device. So whatever it misses is what you want to get. It's actually surprising how far you go on one of these cans. I was not expecting that. So far, I used the green can. Well, this is only a single cab truck. So I did the 2 doors, tailgate, and a little bit of the hitch. That was the first can, and I just went from, I didn't do everything up front. Like I didn't do the bumper, but I did the rad support, parts of the frame, and all the way to almost the hole under the cab with the next can. So yeah, for a truck this size, 4 cans. I'd think if you have like an extended cab, 5 cans. Extended cab, crew cab, 5 cans. yeah. And on boxes of pickup trucks, I know if you saw, most of you weren't around back then, but our Ford Ranger, when we took the box off, when we were taking that thing apart, frame rails were like right gone. So it's kind of hard to get inside the frame rails. You can do it on the edges. I don't know if this can actually spray to the middles, but spray as much as you can on the outside and as much as you can on the inside. This box actually doesn't have many frame rails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think the Ranger had more like 12. But you want to get that. That's where the strength from your box comes from. So I already got this one really good. A couple of these is hard to get to because you got your drive shaft, your exhaust, your fuel tank all right there. So just do your best, I guess. That's all you can do. So if you guys want to know whether it's worth, spending, this is only about 40 to 50 bucks if you do it yourself, this route, or if it's not worth doing, just look at our Ranger. We'll have a link, I guess, to that in below. This truck has 150,000 K, and I think I'm lucky it wasn't really driven much in the winter. The Ranger had about 220, and it was rotted right out. Like, that's never been under-oiled. I believe this truck was under-oiled once. Certain areas looked like it was. And also, another test of that is our family vehicle for the last 15 years almost, probably. Our Suburban. We only did rear quarter panels on it. The rockers are all original, and they're just starting to get holes in them now. And that has over 600,000 kilometers. So like 350, 400,000 miles on it. And it's driven actually more in the winter time than in the summertime. So it definitely does the trick. So we just finished up. So I ended up finding another can in the Ranger just to once over everything, little tiny spots I missed that I could get. So I did go through 5 cans, roughly $50, a little bit less maybe in Canadian currency to under oil your vehicle. It took us about an hour, a little bit more than an hour because we're filming it, so we stopped, get a good shot, this and that. So to put that in perspective, last year for my Ranger, it was $160 at a local place to get it under oiled. So this thing probably would have been more like $200 if it goes by size of vehicle. I'm not sure if they do that or not, if it's just a set price. So you can save yourself like 75% doing it yourself. That being said, we do have a hoist, which makes it 100 times easier. I probably wouldn't even attempt it without a hoist because that'd be a pretty big pain in the butt. So thanks to Sykes for keeping my eyes protected. And if you like these glasses, I like them. I think they look pretty good. There will be a link in the description. They're very reasonably priced. And they protect your eyes from the sun. They have all those ratings. They're tested and approved by whatever that company is called. And thanks to them for sponsoring this video. We will see you guys in the next video. Later. Tomater.